So the crypto markets have taken a massive nosedive in the past week. Did you get shaken out? This is the reason why 97% of retail traders do not make any money in crypto bull markets. Simply because a shakeout like this scares most retail traders into selling all their coins for the market to continue pumping higher. This is what whales do. This is the manipulation that we have been talking about. So in this video, I want to be addressing what happened this week. We didn't get to make a video last week because I was on travels, but we are going to cover the charts, exactly what happened this week. Fed Chair Powell came out with a few things that we need to talk about, and we're going to get into the analysis right now. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have the Bitcoin chart here. As you can see, Fed Chair Powell on Wednesday, he delivered a rate cut. Okay, and I said to my group that the rate cut was predicted. It was already priced into the market that we are almost certainly going to get a rate cut. We got a rate cut, however, we wanted future 2025 guidance. The guidance was most people expected to get 3 or 4 cuts, but the Fed has now said we're only going to get 2 cuts. The market therefore tanked on bad news. So the market had a big sell-off. We had a big sell-off in Nasdaq, we had a big sell-off in the S&P 500 and crypto. Crypto took the big brunt of it as usual, especially the altcoin market, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But we sold off across all risk assets. Now, a lot of people interpret the 2 rate cuts as bad news. However, for me, I've got a slightly different opinion on what Chair Powell did there, okay? For me, he's got himself out of a corner. Now, hear me out. What I mean by that is, if Chair Powell said we're going to cut 3 or 4 times next year, but actually only delivered 2 cuts next year, what do you think that's going to do to the markets? The markets are going to tank, right? They're going to go absolute schizophrenic, right? They're going to take that as a really, really bad sign. If he promised 4 and only delivered 2, now what he's done is only promised 2 cuts. So if he now delivers 3 or 4 cuts, what do you think that's going to do for the market? And I think Donald Trump may have a little bit of influence here. Okay, I do think he has a little bit of influence here. I think they're going to personally, with Trump putting a lot of pressure on the Fed, I think they're going to do more than 2. And if they do more than 2, that is going to set up an amazing 2025 for the stock market and crypto. Okay, no doubt about that. And also for me, again, eliminating all noise, it's still stimulatory. Okay, 2 cuts or 3 cuts is the same thing in essence. They are still stimulating. It's a stimulative thing, rate cuts. Also, global liquidity is still being injected into the markets. China is doing it. The US is about to end QT, and they're going to start printing more money. You know, Raoul Powell said in his latest interview that they're going to drain their Treasury General account. So that is going to add more liquidity to the markets. Also, you know, Trump doesn't like a strong dollar because that's bad for import and exports. So he wants a lower dollar, and that's all bullish for risk assets. Okay, so for me, 2025 is going to be a bullish year. Okay, I have no doubt that it's going to be a bullish year. So let's see what happened from a technical point of view. Okay, so we came off, we sold aggressively. We sold off aggressively. So this aggressive sell-off from top to bottom is a 15-ish point correction. Okay, completely normal in a crypto bull market, right? The brunt of it happened in the altcoin space. A lot of people are holding altcoins, and they freaked out. Okay, so I want to see, and I want to share some perspective of what I think is going to happen next on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to dictate where this market is going next. Okay, so let's just zoom out. Okay, let's just zoom out. We are almost, back to where we started on the month of December. So we still have, we have Christmas and maybe like 4 or 5 days to go after that, to go for this month. Do I expect crazy amount of action during Christmas? Let's take a look what happened last time during the Christmas period in the 2020 bull market. Okay, so where were we here? So Friday 25th of December was Christmas Day. This is prior to Christmas. We started trading higher. Okay, we started trading higher. Only got a correction in January, but the general direction was higher. So we could see that again. All right. I don't expect fireworks this week. Maybe a muted week because it's going to be low volume. But again, that they could manipulate low volume weeks quite easily. But for me, I think we are on Bitcoin. I think we are here, guys. Okay, I think we are here. This happened in January. This correction. For me, we started this bull market, the green, when it flipped green in September. This one started a month later in October. So then we got the correction in January. So we had 3 months before this correction. We've got 3 months and now we're getting a correction. So for me, we are 1 month ahead of where we were in this bull market. So I think we are here. And I think in January and February, so this was actually February and March. So January and February and January, February, March, I think we're going to have some good months. January, February, March. And then I think we could get into a bear market at that point. Maybe not. It could last longer, but we are going to get a correction, I think, at that point. Whether that's the start of the bear market, I don't know. Okay, nobody can tell you that. Whether that's going to be the start of the bear market, or we're going to do similar to what we did in 2021 when we came down and made a new high. We could do that again, but this, I feel like it's probably going to do something similar. Okay, I think it's going to do something similar to this. I've said in previous videos I expect a blow off top. Maybe we don't get that. I think a price towards in the next 3 months or so. We got a move from top. Let's see. Let's measure this move. 54%. Okay, so if we do, say 50%, that puts us around 160. I don't think we're going to quite do as aggressively as that. I think around 140, 150, around 38% in the next 3 months or so. Okay, that's where I believe we're going. No need to freak out or panic here, guys. All right, it's a bad time. I get it. This is the time that people get shaken out. Okay, let's do some technical analysis on a lower time frame and just keep everybody a little bit calm. Okay, this is not the time you want to be freaking out. All right, this is not the time you want to be freaking out. I shared this in the group and we bounced off a fantastic support zone. All right, you can see we bounced here before the dip in volume. We've got that. All right, now so you can see we bounced from here. Fantastic bounce. I mentioned that in the group. okay, that expected a bounce of Bitcoin here. We got it. If I pull a anchored VWAP from here, sorry, from this uptrend, and you can see we hit right into the anchored VWAP. All right, this is the first time we came and retested it on this impulsive leg to the upside. So we got a fantastic support zone here. We got a really nice bounce. Okay, I don't expect this pivot to get taken anytime in the next day or so. Okay, I expect Bitcoin to start moving higher. All right, and this is, for me, this is the next resistance zone right up here, guys. All right, let's mark this out. So I expect Bitcoin to reach towards $102,000. All right, around this area, we see multiple rejections at this level. So I expect Bitcoin to get up here, and this is going to be the moment of truth. Do we get a pullback into this level and continue higher, or do we roll over? All right, that's going to be something that we're going to need to address at that point. All right. So for me, I think Bitcoin gets to here, pull back. That's your moment. Okay, that's your moment. We could go straight through, but that's unlikely in my opinion. I think we're going to get to around 102, get a pullback, and then that's your moment of truth. Does this market hold up, or are we going to start moving back down? All right, we've got a three-wave move. Okay, we've got a three-wave move, so that generally is corrective, and then we can get another three-wave move down. All right, so that's why I was very confident for this move to hold here. The price, quite an obvious support zone. However, guys, if we end up losing that support zone, okay, then I expect Bitcoin to come towards this $86,000 region here. Okay, this is what I'm expecting next on Bitcoin, guys. If we lose this support, I expect, you can see something like this. Okay, and then a three-wave move into the 85, 86 zone for then continuation to the upside, and that would represent a 21% move to the downside. Completely normal. Nothing to be, nothing to get freaked out about. Okay, nothing to get freaked out about. Even if Bitcoin gets to 86,000, it's completely normal, completely healthy. If it does that, I don't expect that to happen right now, but I do expect a moment of truth when we get to 102,000, a rejection, and we will see after that what the strength is. All right, what the narrative is in the market. What is the S&P doing at that point? Okay, all these things need to be taken into consideration. All right, and as far as altcoin goes, a lot of our favorite altcoins took 30-40% smashes in the face. Okay, and a lot of retail, I've seen them on the forums, on Twitter, a lot of people panicking. Okay, this is the moment. This is the reason why most retail traders lose money in crypto bull markets, because these 30-40% shakeouts, they're not easy to stomach. I get that. They're very difficult to stomach, and they force people to sell their coins. All right, there's no doubt about that. Okay, but if you've been in crypto bull markets before, you take profits when things become heated. When I get friends texting about XRP, that's when you need to take some chips off the table here. All right, that's the time you want to do that. And then when retail freaking out, everybody's burning. Oh my God, this is nonsense. I hate crypto. That's the time you want to be buying. All right. So let's look at some metrics now. Why I don't think Bitcoin is at the top here. All right. I don't think Bitcoin has topped. Some people think Bitcoin has topped here. I don't think we have topped. All right. And even from an RSI perspective, last few bull markets, you can see we got to very, very extreme overheated readings on the RSI. Okay, even this one simple metric tells you that this market has some legs yet. The monthly RSI 76, we get to around 90. Once we get there, I'll be exiting this crypto market, guys. All right, I'll be exiting the crypto market. Once this reading gets to around 85, 90, yeah, that's the time you want to be taking your chips off the table. I think 150, 160 is probably likely the top of this bull market. I am not of the opinion that this is going to go to 250, as some people are saying. I heard these crazy predictions in the last bull cycle here. This is 100% is going to go to six figures. Didn't happen. Now people are saying 250, 300, Cathy Wood, 500. That's just insanity. I don't know where she gets the predictions from. But yeah, Raoul Power, very respected man in the industry. He's saying 250, 500. I don't buy that. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm of the opinion maximum you're probably looking at 170, 180. But for me, anywhere around 150, 160, you want to kind of start deleveraging at that point. Okay, you want to start taking chips off the table. Let's look at some metrics here. PI cycle top indicator, we are not there yet. Okay, we haven't crossed through it. The green line here, we haven't crossed through it. If you see here, okay, this green line is at 128. Once we get above that, that's when you can start making predictions of a potential top in the market. If we look at the MRVZ score, I like this one. Yeah, again, nowhere near. All right, nowhere near here. So once this starts elevating, starts going ballistic, then you want to start looking at deleveraging, guys. All right, because that is early signs of a crypto top. All right, now let's look at some altcoins, and not altcoins in specific, but the altcoin market. All right, it took a nice dump. All right, it took a nice dump. I already done my analysis on this, so we're going to go through it quite quickly. But we took a dump on crypto market cap of around 27%. Most cryptos are down 30, 35%. Dogecoin, I think, is down 35%. Solana's even down 30%. A lot of coins are down 30, 35% here, guys. All right. We just pierced all-time highs and then corrected. Okay, we corrected and we went into a obvious support zone. I expected this support zone to hold. We did hold it, and now we're holding the anchored VWAP here. All right, we're holding the anchored VWAP. That's a positive sign for this crypto total 3. I use the total 3 as my altcoin analysis. You can use any of the other ones. But this held up really well, so it's holding up really well right now. I expected a bounce here, and we got one. Yeah, what I expect next, if this doesn't hold, we're coming down into this region here, guys. All right, this big support. This is around 798, 800 billion market cap region, and that will represent a excuse me, around a 30% correction. And that would be completely normal. That would be completely normal, guys. All right, a 30% shakeout, completely normal. But for me right now, I think the crypto total 3 is going to go into this resistance here, this 1.03 trillion. From a bullish perspective, I want to see a form of resistance here, and then this resistance box flipped into support and a move to all-time highs. Okay, if that doesn't happen, I think we're coming down into this 800 region on the crypto total 3. So we are at a pivotal level here, guys. All right, I want to see. That's what I want to see. A lot of people calling some crazy prices on total 3, thinking this is going to go to 5 trillion, 6 trillion. I'm not of that opinion. Okay, I'm not of that opinion. I think this is probably going to go around 2 trillion. Okay, 2 trillion and then a collapse. I don't think we're going to get too high. I don't think so. Right. I'm not going to sit here and preach some crazy price predictions, guys, on total 3. I don't think we're going to get as high as people think. 2 trillion, 2.1, 2.2 could get there. That is still 100% increase from here. All right. So 128% increase if we get to like 2.1, 2.2. So I do think that's where we're going to likely see a top on this market. So if I zoom out on the monthly here, again, you can see the readings for yourself. Last time when we got really exuberant, this didn't, this was the almost the end, the top of the market. Excuse me. Right now we are probably around here, guys. All right, we're probably around here. As you can see, we're probably around there. If you're comparing both cycles, I think we are around this area. This is the corrective area. Looks pretty identical. Let's have a look. Remove some of this stuff. Look at this. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think this is what we're getting right now. You can see we had this big run up. You can see pretty similar, isn't it? Okay, you had this wave, correction, move higher, this wave, correction, move higher, and now we are correcting down for a impulsive move to the upside. I think that's what's happening here. Okay, pretty similar. Okay, pretty similar to what's happening here. Looks pretty identical. This happened, the explosive move also happened in January. Okay, also happened in January. So this is, for me, is following a similar pattern. And January was very explosive, February very explosive, March, April, very explosive moves. We've got, let's see from top, we've got a 400% rise in price. I don't think that's happening this time around. I expect maybe 100% this time, guys. I don't expect crazy. We could get to 3 trillion. We could get there. All right, we could get there. But yeah, I don't expect some crazy price predictions. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that this is gonna go to 4 trillion, 6 trillion, 9 trillion. I've seen some crazy stuff out there. A lot of people saying some crazy things. Yeah, I'm not of that opinion. Okay. As soon as I see, we've got a lot of room here, guys. All right, we do have a lot of room on this RSI. So if I see this around 82, 83, that's when I'm gonna start deleveraging from the altcoin space. Okay, I'm not going to get into individual altcoins or which altcoins I'm buying, which ones I'm not, okay, which ones I'm avoiding. There's a lot of altcoins in the space that are on sale here. This is in my opinion, this is a time you want to start dollar cost averaging into your favorite coins. If you want to know which ones I'm buying, link is in the description. Come and head over to the Discord. It's completely free for everyone. Okay. Let's have a look at USDT. This got a nice spike. Okay, this was obviously this is inverse to the altcoin space and Bitcoin. As soon when this goes up, altcoins usually they usually tank. Okay, so we hit critical resistance here, and you can see this wick. I think this is going to start falling down. If it doesn't, then this resistance zone up here, sorry, I don't know what I did there, but around here, guys, all right, around this 6.65%, that will cause a lot of panic. All right, if this USDT gets up there, that's going to cause another maybe 25% sell-off in altcoins. The best case scenario is this starts moving down. This is again another support where I expect another bounce for USDT, and ultimately I think this is going to go down towards here. All right, that will be probably the bottom, the top of the crypto bull market on USDT. Okay, so now let's have a look at traditional markets. Okay, let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq had a very sharp sell-off as well, but very, very sharp return. Okay, very, very sharp return. So Nasdaq sold off on Fed Day over 3-4%. We came down actually on the week 5.72%. Okay, big move on Nasdaq that. But on Friday we were trading these markets, guys. We were trading these markets. I expected a big bounce because I feel that this is a complete overreaction on Nasdaq. Right, I'm gonna go on NQ. I like to do my analysis on NQ. Okay, so this is NQ. We had that big sell-off, came back down. It looks like a 5-wave move. I don't think NQ is going to take out this low. I'd be surprised if it does, especially with Santa Rally. Santa Rally is coming, and I think this thing is it's probably going to come down a little bit, scare some more people, and then make a move for that Santa Rally into all-time highs. I think that's what's going to happen on NQ. ES, pretty much the same thing. Okay, big sell-off, continued sell-off. We traded these markets, guys. We traded NQ, we traded ES. We are over 500 points on the week. That's over $11,000 per contract we made on these markets day trading. Fantastic week. I had only over 4 days because I got back to trading on Tuesday. So only 4 days we made over $11,000. So fantastic week trading these markets. Okay, if you want to trade with me, you want to follow what I'm doing, all my signals, my live signals, completely free, doesn't cost a single penny. Head over to the Discord if you want to learn how to trade. If you want to trade like me, you want to follow some signals, you want to follow an expert in the market who's been day trading for the best part of 5 years. Okay, so if you want that in-depth knowledge, if you want to know how I trade, all the signals that I'm giving in the group, completely free, head over to the Discord, guys. All right, so yeah, I think ES is also putting a bottom. Okay, I think ES is putting a bottom, and I expect a Santa Rally. I mean, we could come down and then rally higher, but it's going to be low volume stuff until after Christmas now. So we've got 25th on Wednesday is Christmas, so I think this week is going to be fairly muted, and then maybe get a Santa Rally into New Year end next year. But I do expect this thing to be trading at all-time highs pretty soon. This is a complete repricing in the market. Complete overreaction in my opinion. And I expect ES, we could get a move down, but I expect ultimately next week or the week after to be trading at all-time highs. I'm not bothered about ES or where it's going. I'm day trading this on a day-to-day basis, so I'm very much monitoring this very closely on a daily basis. Okay, and if you want to learn how to trade, there's courses available. I've been doing this for a very long time, trading for a very long time. So if you want to learn how to trade, head over to the website. All the information is there for you. But all the information is available on the website. If you want to learn how to trade, come and be a part of our Discord. Okay, we are crushing these markets every single day. We are on an absolute tear at the moment. Hopefully you don't want to jinx that, but we are doing really, really well in these markets, guys. And if you want to be a part of a successful trader, successful trading journey, come and join the Discord. All right. Yeah, I hope this video has given you some perspective on the crypto markets and also the traditional markets, the Fed news, where I think global liquidity is heading, where I think the economy is heading next year. I think we're going to have another bullish year. And then 2026, I think we're going to get maybe a bear market, maybe a bear market definitely in crypto. I don't know if we're going to get a bear market in stocks, but I definitely see some big corrections in 2026. But 2025, for me, you're going to get smaller corrections in both markets. Crypto, you can get a full-on bear market. But I'm talking about traditional markets. I think you'll get smaller corrections along the way. But if you're looking for that bigger pullback, you're probably going to get that when the global liquidity starts, they start withdrawing global liquidity from the markets. Anyways, I hope you remain calm. Okay, guys, I hope you remain calm, because if you sold here, there's not much you can do. All right, if you sold, you're probably not made for these crypto bull markets. All right, these are the times where retail gets shaken out. What happens is they buy when things are pumping. It goes down 30-40%. For example, they'll have $1,000. That 1,000 gets cut into 600. They'll see it pumping again. They'll buy. It'll correct again another 30-40%. They'll be left with $300, and then they've lost 700 from 1,000. All right, and people do that with multiple thousands of dollars. So yeah, people. That's how retail never leave the crypto with profits. This is proven statistically, and this is what happens over and over and over again. So don't let that be you. Don't get shaken out here. Don't get scared. Just believe in the analysis. Believe in the technicals. We are still gonna get a nice move higher, in my opinion. You're gonna get another big leg higher to the upside. Whether that happens next week, whether it happens in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. Okay, that's the truth, but we are going to get it. Okay, because we have still got legs in this bull market. All right. Anyways, guys, don't want to drag this video on for too much longer. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something from it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification for future videos. Thank you for watching, guys. Peace.